Hey everyone, I'm Harvey, a longtime Etsy seller focusing mainly on POD, print-on-demand products. Welcome to my channel, Etsy to Easy, where I share practical tips, tricks, and real-life experiences to help you start and grow your Etsy shop with less hassle. Whether you're brand new or already running your shop, my goal is to make your Etsy journey easier and more successful. Now, today's video covers a super important topic that worries a lot of sellers: how to avoid getting your Etsy account suspended when selling POD products. If you've been selling on Etsy for a while, or even if you're just starting out, you probably know that Etsy can be quite strict, and account suspensions happen more often than we like. I've been through this myself, and it's not a fun experience. But the good news is, with the right knowledge and habits, you can greatly reduce the risk of suspension and keep your shop running smoothly. So, grab a coffee, and let's dive into the 5 key tips and stories from my personal experience that will help you avoid common pitfalls and grow your Etsy business confidently. Alright, let's dive deeper into something absolutely essential: understanding and following Etsy's policies. This is the foundation of keeping your Etsy account safe and your shop running smoothly. Etsy has a comprehensive set of rules that cover everything from what you can sell, how you describe your products, to important intellectual property guidelines. These policies are designed to protect buyers, sellers, and the platform itself. Now, I can't stress enough how many new sellers overlook or underestimate the importance of thoroughly reading these policies. Sometimes, sellers just skim through them or assume that minor infractions won't matter. But the truth is, Etsy is very strict, and violations can lead to warnings, listing removals, or even account suspensions. Let me share a personal story here. Early on, I uploaded some designs I found online, assuming they were free to use because everyone seems to be using them. Within a few weeks, Etsy flagged my account for a copyright complaint. I got an email notifying me that my account was suspended pending investigation. That moment was a huge shock. I felt frustrated and scared because my shop was my main income source. I had to quickly gather proof that I actually owned the rights to my designs, communicate clearly with Etsy's support, and appeal the suspension. Luckily, I managed to resolve the issue and get my account reinstated. But that experience taught me a critical lesson. You must take Etsy's policies seriously. They are not just guidelines. They are strict rules enforced rigorously. Etsy updates their policies regularly, so it's important to stay up to date. What might have been allowed last year could be restricted today. I recommend bookmarking Etsy's seller policy page and revisiting it at least every few months. Also, joining Etsy seller forums, Facebook groups, or community discussions can be very helpful. These communities often share news about policy changes, tips to avoid suspensions, and answers to common questions. Some key areas to focus on include product eligibility. Make sure what you're selling is allowed on Etsy. Certain categories like regulated products or counterfeit goods are banned. Copyright and intellectual property. Never use images, designs, or trademarks you don't own or have permission to use. Accurate product descriptions. Be honest and clear about what you're selling. Don't exaggerate or mislead buyers. Communication standards. Respond to customer inquiries promptly and professionally. Following these rules isn't just about avoiding account suspension. It's about building trust with your customers and Etsy as a platform. When you respect the rules, you're more likely to have a smooth selling experience and grow your business steadily. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand Etsy's policies, the more confident you'll be to scale your shop without fear of unexpected suspensions. Next up, let's talk about product quality and customer service. 2 absolutely critical parts of your Etsy business that can make or break your success. Even though POD means you don't handle printing or shipping directly, at the end of the day, you're still 100% responsible for what your customers receive. The quality of the product reflects directly on you and your shop's reputation. Let me share a story from my own experience. At one point, I partnered with a POD provider that looked great on paper. Fast turnaround times, good pricing, and a wide range of products. I started pushing a lot of sales through them. But then problems started piling up. Colors on the prints were off, the fabric quality wasn't what I expected, and worst of all, orders were getting delayed for weeks. Customers began leaving negative reviews, complaining about late shipping and poor quality. This caused a serious dent in my shop's ratings. Etsy's algorithm pays close attention to customer reviews and shipping times, so naturally, my account was flagged for poor performance. I even got a warning from Etsy about potential suspension if things didn't improve. That was a wake-up call for me. What I did next was crucial. I immediately switched to a more reliable POD provider that I researched extensively and ordered samples to verify quality before pushing products live. I also personally reached out to every unhappy customer to offer refunds, replacements, or discounts on future purchases. On the customer service front, I learned that quick and polite communication is everything. Responding promptly to messages, even if it's just to say, "I'm looking into it," or "Thank you for your patience," goes a long way in calming frustrated buyers. Etsy values sellers who actively care for their customers. When you're selling POD, here are some key tips to keep your shop safe and growing. Always order samples before listing new products to check print quality, color accuracy, and materials. Don't just trust pictures or reviews. Choose POD partners with a proven track record and positive reviews from other sellers. Ask for references or testimonials if possible. Monitor shipping times closely and communicate any delays to your customers as soon as you know. People appreciate transparency. Respond to customer inquiries quickly and professionally. Even negative feedback is an opportunity to show your commitment and potentially turn things around. Keep clear records of communications and order tracking in case Etsy needs to investigate disputes or complaints. Remember, excellent product quality and customer service aren't just about avoiding suspension. They're what turn first-time buyers into repeat customers and loyal fans of your shop. Now, let's move on to another super important topic: using trusted and legal POD sources. This is one of the biggest reasons why sellers get their Etsy accounts suspended. Etsy takes intellectual property rights very seriously. They have both automated systems and manual reviews to catch copyright infringements or unauthorized use of trademarks and designs. If they detect you're selling products that violate copyrights, your account can be suspended, sometimes immediately and permanently. To avoid this nightmare, you must always use designs and images that you have full rights to sell. If you're buying designs from artists or freelancers, make sure you get a commercial license in writing. Keep all the contracts and licenses saved and organized in case Etsy asks for proof. Working with reputable POD providers is also essential. Many well-known providers offer original designs or can help you create custom ones. They usually guarantee that the designs they provide are legal to sell, which takes a huge burden off your shoulders. If you're creating your own designs, that's even better. You have full control over your intellectual property and avoid any risk of copyright issues. In summary, never use copyrighted or trademarked images without permission. Get clear commercial licenses if you buy designs from others. Work with POD partners who prioritize legal and original artwork. Create your own designs when possible. Keep documentation of your rights safe and ready to present. Following these steps will protect your shop from one of the most common causes of Etsy suspensions and save you a lot of stress and potential losses. Want to learn more and connect with like-minded sellers? Join us on SKOOL for exclusive content, strategies, and community support.